around here today. I'm at home doing some at-home work here at the actual house that I live in instead of at the studio in the shop. So yeah, so we're here in the garage. I've got a ton of these to do. So we're taking those apart while we're watching qualifying session number 2. Now, let's touch base here with how qualifying session number 1 went. So we're in Pittsburgh here. First time since I think they said 83, maybe. Is that something like that? It's the first time since then that we are in Pittsburgh here for a race. So that's cool. All new cities, new stadiums, always cool. We're in the Batman Stadium there. You know, I was in the man before, but I was gone. You know, little Bane action there. So that is fun. Now this track here, dirt looks sick. Rained. They had the track tarp since Thursday night. However, it looks pretty good. Transition's a little soft. That's pretty typical with these rain tracks here. But for the most part, it looks pretty good. Now, this is a super duper interesting track layout. Multiple split lines, raised corners, like things that we haven't really seen, and like a split lane with like a jump in one lane and no jump in the other. So this to me is a super interesting track. I can't wait to see how this actually races. We got 250 Group A qualifying number 2 coming up here. Gates down. Look at RJ and Hammaker there. Ooh, RJ getting into that first corner first there. Yeah, buddy. Here we go. All right. And RJ out front, Hammaker right in second. We also have that section that is like single onto table. It's on, yep, right here, on, into the hot dog, triple, and then into this raised corner. So we have some really different sections. That raised corner there is cool. With the outside having that kind of like jump off of it for a couple different lines here. All right, here we go, and we're Vial DNF. Why is Vial DNFing? Did I miss something? I'm so confused. What's with the Vial DNF? Oh, could have done without seeing the Lawrence sisters today. Here's that split lane, which is interesting. One inside, one outside. Let's see where they were pretty close there, and they're pretty close coming out, so that's cool. I hope that split lane works. Hey, what's up, Marie? What's up, Dylan? What's up, David? Good to see you, bud. I hope that split lane really works the way they want it to, because when we have a good split lane like that is close, then I think then it just makes it more interesting because we have multiple lines. And like these lines here with the elevated corner with the inside outside, roll 3 or go off and then 2 into that triple. I hope that all works too. This is a cool track, David. You're not wrong. No, I just like him, so I'm predicting. Oh, you're predicting Vial has a DNF. I don't think he'll DNF, but does he win? I don't think so. Is that Volan jumping through the whoops there? Look at that. 3 onto the table and off. They go outside there. See, there's different choices, and people are taking different lines. That is cool. I want to thank y'all for tuning in here to this live. Again, just some commentary here for y'all for the second qualifying sessions here. Just in case you don't like listening to the regular commentators, which I know Brayton and AC are dope, so listening to me is probably a downgrade from that, but, you know, thank y'all for tuning in. If y'all would hit that like button for me, would be awesome, just so we can get some more people in here to check stuff out. So far this session, Boland at the top there, which is crazy, 52.7 here. Okay, apparently we're hot lapping side-by-sides and street bikes today. And there goes Hammaker to the top with a 49.8. Hammaker was super duper fast that first session. It was really wild how fast he actually was there. Volan now says he has his setup kind of figured out. He also thinks that his only issue was the starts. And he thinks he figured out that his problem with the starts was the foot he couldn't feel. He was dragging in the dirt. So we'll see how his starts are today. But interesting that he would be dragging that foot. Not really a surprise, no feeling in it, so you can't feel it hitting anything. But definitely interesting that he came up with that. We got a Fortner sighting currently in third with a 50.8, so that's cool. Let's see here. David, you working today? Yeah, buddy. I'm opening and disassembling these here. Actually, in my garage at home, we stopped and got them from the shop. I have probably about 50 of these things that I need to get open, disassembled, so that I can do some work on them here, because I have, when I counted yesterday, I had over 40 orders or 40 knives that were ordered that I haven't even made yet. So Definitely working on that here. I think inside split is slower. I don't know, because Hammaker and Hampshire just went through that split lane there, and they were pretty close coming in and they were pretty close coming out. So I'm going to go with it's pretty even. I'll be interested to see how this section side. See, RJ got that little cheater line. He's jumping off the side of that lip, off that elevated jump. So West Coast riders are faster than East Coast. I don't know about that either. I'm not sure. I'm not sure I agree with that. I'm not sure I agree with that. Hello from New Zealand. Simon, what's up, buddy? Go Cooper Webb. I don't know. Webb seems pretty pissed off, but Webb was pretty pissed off last week and did pretty good in qualifying and did pretty shit in the race, so we'll have to see. Dude, Deegan does make the racing way more fun, but the points are a lot tighter here, so Hammaker all the way down to a 49.2, almost a second faster in second place with Max Volan there. So interesting how this is all working out here. Got about 3 minutes left. We'll run down the top 5. Hammaker, Volan, Hampshire, Faulkner, and Kobush. This is how you know things are weird when Kobush is in the top 5. Oh, making some changes to Vial's bike here. Interesting. That means, and he's like off the bike and they're making changes. That means there's, oh, did he crash? Maybe he crashed and they're straightening it out. I can't tell. Weird. I don't know. All right, Volan's now down to a 49.49, so basically a 49.5, which is still a few tenths off of Hammaker there. God, Hammaker's just so good right now. I really hope he holds it together. Like I said, really nice kid. Met him once, him and his mom in the pits at Ironman. They were super duper nice, super duper down to earth kids. So, yeah, I'm okay with him winning this title. I think it'd be cool. See Hammaker almost go Hammaker first qualifier. Yeah, it was just a little tip over. I'll tell you what, did anybody watch what was it, C group qualifying, the first session there, where we had 2 dudes go over the berm and the second dude like straight ran off that berm hard, clotheslined himself in the net. Crazy shit there. I've never seen anybody clothesline themselves that hard. That had to not feel great. We got Chance Hymas here. Big crash for Chance last week. God, that sucked for him. There's Volan jumping through the whoops, 3 on and off to the outside here. God, I could see Tomac just lighting that outside up on that. Just absolutely hammer down through the outside of that one. Let's see here. Oh, we're looking at Vial here. We got Vial. Is Vial crash? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, God. The luck of the frickin' French there. Wow, that was a good one. Holy cow. And that's a little scary after what happened to Jerry last week to see something like that, because he was definitely head down there on that one. Oh, God. And we don't need any more of that. Like, we don't need a shout out Jerry Robin. Hopefully you're doing better, bud. I know you're not, but oh, here we're watching it again. Just nose heavy into there. Boom. Wow. And he doesn't get the full flip. He pushes himself off, and he doesn't even like lift his head up. He's just, that's weird. Like, dude, lift your head up. Oh, man, that could have been so bad. That could have been so bad. All right, less than a minute left here. Let's see if anybody puts in a heater. Ooh, Hammaker goes down to a 49.0, so half second faster now. Hampshire with a 49.5 there in third. Faulkner still sitting in fourth with that 49.7. Vial 15th. Man, I just think that last year was just such a gift from God for him, basically, to win that title. And like, yeah, I don't think he was ready to win that title. Lucked into it in a sense, and like, not that he's fully lucky, but lucked into it. So I want to thank y'all for tuning in, everybody who's watching here. Really, dude, Italy? No way. What is up? Over in Italy. Cool to see you guys from international here. Typical Vial. Yep. Damn near ripped his head off. Dylan, you're not wrong. Yeah, the whoops last year were made for 5-year-olds, so he made it through. Yeah, that's, as I said on the main show, like, it's just there was so many things that worked for him last year to win that title that's what happened. So Let's see here. We got, oh, nope, Haymaker's all done. So there we go. Oh, Hampshire to the top with a 48.5. Wow. Wow. Faulkner's going to end up still there in fourth. Wow, look at Hampshire. Dropped like almost a second, it seems like. That's impressive. Wow. What a guy. What a guy. Wildly impressed with that. All right, rundown top five here. RJ 48.5, Hammaker 49.0, Volan 49.4, Vial 49.5. Did put one in at the end there. Faulkner 49.7. That's cool. Look at that. 7, 8, 9, 10. All Hondas. Henry Miller, Hymas, Kobush, Cullen Park. Wow. Wow. Honda representing in the top 10 there. I know Hymas doesn't want to be down there in 8th, but I heard he was pretty banged up after last week, so whatever. No biggie there. We'll just get to outdoors, brother. Just get to outdoors. I want to thank y'all for tuning in. Really appreciate it. If you guys could hit that thumbs up button, you guys want to chat about something, hit the chat there. Dylan, Hampshire to the top. Absolutely. Faulkner will make top 5 in the main tonight. Dude, I hope you're right. Faulkner needs a couple of good finishes to round out the season here. We need to get my man a couple good ones here. Get some momentum going outdoors. Because that guy, with everything he's been through, he deserves to get a couple of good finishes here. Cole, go fuck yourself. How's that sound? Yeah, that's right. I said that. I absolutely said that. I can't believe you're on here. I can't believe you're not riding somewhere. It's beautiful out. Like, how are you not riding? You're a weekend warrior over here on that free Kawasaki you got yourself. If anybody wants a free Kawasaki 450, Cole works for Kawasaki. Go ahead, hit him up. He's at Ugetty191 on Instagram. Go ahead and shoot him a DM if you guys want a free Kawasaki 450. Cole will hook you guys up with that. Big time guy over there at Kawasaki. Big time. He can get you hooked up with free bikes over there. So we got something coming soon here. I'm really hoping he's going to get me hooked up with one of those new 2-strokes Kawasaki's coming out with. I need 2 strokes, and I need a nav so I can nav the block here from Kawasaki hopefully soon. So we'll see. Although right now my garage is very Honda-fied. I've got 3 Hondas out here right now and nothing else other than a couple electric scooters. So Irish Hills tomorrow to rip through, pony up. Absolutely not. Going to church and then doing yard work, which I should be doing right now, and I may do in a little bit depending upon how quickly I get these things all disassembled here. Plus my bike's not even ready. Just had my stuff show up I needed. I got chain and sprocket, oil filter here. Weather sucks balls here in Ohio. Yep, well, Ohio sucks balls anyway, David. I'm sorry to tell you. What's your favorite motorbike brand? I am a big Honda dude. Have been forever. I love the fact that with Honda, I can just, like, my Hondas have just always been bulletproof. All right, let's listen to RJ here and see what he's got to say.
RJ Hampshire setting the fastest overall. RJ, that was great. What did you have to do late in the stages of that qualifying to bring this one home?
I felt like I just couldn't really put a lap together, and I, parted this side of the track, and I got that down, got a good jump line in the whoops, and then I was trying to set up that long rhythm, and, man, I did probably 3 laps in a row, and I never got both together. Just the last lap, I finally put the whoops together, and then that back rhythm. 1 lap, my hand blew off, three into the whoops, so I lost at that one, but all in all, good start to the day.
Great work out there, RJ Hampshire, stringing it together.
All right, AP, which iPhone model do you use? So I'm filming this on an iPhone, I think it's a 12, and the one I carry every day that's my current phone that I actually use is I think it's a 14 Plus or 14 Max or something like that. So I will keep phones. I keep iPhones for way longer than they want you to, 2-3 years. I basically keep them until the speakers are almost burned out of them from listening to stuff, and the battery's half dead, and then I change that. Let's see here. We have 450 Group A rolling out here. Where am I from? United States of America, brother. Over here in Michigan. You're from India. Crazy. We got Italy, India, We have Down Under earlier, I think. So 450 Group A here. Chase Sexton here. Amazing. Amazing. How amazing how Sexton didn't get that fastest qualifier, and you see him kind of pointing to the shock. Shout out to Cole for pointing that out. After the first session, he wasn't fastest qualifier, and then he's jumping on the bike, feeling the shock out. I don't think it was the shock problem, brother. I don't think it was that, Chase. Now, with that being said, I do love Chase. He's a great guy, godly man, which is awesome. Fun story. We posted a reel on Instagram of me giving Eric shit about, because Eric, who does our show, Eric Grandal, is friends with Chase. And I give him crap because he said Prado would do well outdoors this year. And I was like, oh man, so you think that Prado's going to wax Sexton outdoors all year? We posted a link, or we posted a reel. Chase and Jorge both saw it. They both liked it. And Chase actually texted Eric and was laughing. So shout out to Chase for not getting butthurt because we were making jokes on the show. Because some of these dudes will get really butthurt, a la Hayden Deegan. Anyway, Royal Enfield Super Meteor or Classic. I don't even know what that is, AP. Which bike you like in India? I don't know any Indian brands, so I'm sorry. I'm out on that. No chance East Coast guys beat West Coast guys in Salt Lake. Didn't Hammaker win the first showdown? He won Indy, right? Am I way off? I think he won Indy. So we've got one East, one West guy winning. So we've got one race left. So we'll see. But right now they split. So thanks y'all for tuning in. We are in 450 Group A qualifying session number 2 here. Right now we got Sexton at the top with a 54.5 now to a 48.7 there. Hill just came through with a 49.4. He's currently in second. We're just starting to get the first couple of real lap times in here. So we've got... Ooh, Shane almost off that upper corner there. Easy Sins. Easy Shane Sins. All right, Cooper Webb here. Got that dog in him. Ooh, goes 48.64. So let's see who we get up top. Setting up a nope, he just went through a fast lap. Never mind. Okay, all right. All right, so let's run it down here. We have Webb up top, Sexton, AP, Mookie, and then Justin Hill there in 5th place. Do you know about Yamaha FZS series? A little bit. Isn't that a street bike series? Isn't that a street bike? Or am I thinking wrong? I don't know. Ooh, we think them whoops gonna be jumpers or skimmers tonight. I don't know. Everybody's jumping right now. We'll have to see. Oh man. So Ken Sexton, answer back here. That's the question everybody wants to know. Can Sexton answer back? Can he beat Coop here in qualifying? Oop, we got segment times going here. Currently ahead. Let's see what happens here. Okay. There we go. Big 3, 2 into the corner here. We're going outside. We're going to on into the hot dog bun, 3 and then 2, but he clanked it into that overhead corner. Roll, triple into the 3. Ooh, we got a fast lap by Coop too. In and out of that corner, back down the start straight. And over, and goes to the top with a 47.9. And Justin Cooper throwing his hat in the ring here for qualifying with a 48.9. Or 48.4, sorry. That on into that hot dog bun section is pretty dope. How those guys can just get on top and just go, 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 go. 3 into the big triple there. Let's see where Webb ends up landing on this lap here. Also a fast lap, and he is to the top with a 47.945. Man, we are close, like 3 thousandths of a second separating there. Justin Cooper with that O'Neill gear here for the ride. Travis Cole still trying to sue you. I don't know. I haven't seen any paperwork yet. I think he's one of those guys that's all talk, all bark, no bite. All right, let's see here. Justin Cooper on a fast lap. Jump line. Sweet. Okay, outside there into the split lane. Nope, we're backing out of that. Backing out of that one now. So Webb still on top. Sexton in second here. Chase looks to be on a fast lap though, so we'll see where we land here with that. Not sure how I feel about the orange boots with the yellow gear. Interested to see what Starling's wearing here for our guys over at Alias. Can't wait to get my hands on some of that new Alias gear here as we get rolling. I did get my chain and sprocket kit. Like I said, I've got oil and a filter here. I've got my my RevX Products Max Power additive to put in my oil and all my bikes here. Sexton goes to the top, 47.3. Wow. Just dropped it by over a half second. That is crazy. AP. If you get a chance to own a new bike for free, which one would you choose? Right now, if I had an option to get a brand new bike for free, I would like the Works Edition Honda 250R. I've been told that that bike is absolutely amazing, and I'm a much bigger fan of the small bore bikes. So, yeah, if I get a chance to get a free one, I will get that. If I come into some real money here, I will go get myself a new one, period. But we'll see. All right, Sexton's still on top with a 47.3. We got a little less than a minute left. Webb went to second place with a 47.7, and Sexton's down. Little tip over, no big deal. Chase thing, but it's still no big deal. And that's going to kill that fast lap here. Let's see. He's up there, and yep, just a little bit loose there, which I think this track will catch some people off. It is very, very, it's going to be loose. I think it's going to break down a lot come main event time here because this dirt is not super duper hard packed. We'll have to see, but I do think that's what's going to... Wow. Holy shit. That was almost death right there. Like, he is pushing it, and I don't know, like, I know we said he was blaming the rear shock, but I don't know if that rear shock's set up to go as fast as he is going here. Because he is effing moving here, people. Let's see here. Where are we going to end up? Up top there. Okay, cool. Made it 3. Let's see. Is Coop on a fast line too? Or fast lap? Looks like it. Here comes Chase in. Does he improve on that 47.3? 47.2. Wow. It's impressive they go that fast and are still able to go faster. Coop gave up the fast lap, must be. Because there goes Dylan blowing by him. And no offense, but Dylan's not that great to, like, be blowing by Coop while he's on a fast lap also. Like, he's just not that much faster than Coop if that happens. So, anyway. So, looks like we're going to end with Sexton up top there. 47.2. David, never been a fan of the Honda. Why? What's wrong with Honda? I started on Honda street bikes. That's probably why I'm such a big fan. And I had to change my oil once a year and never changed my coolant. And that thing just ran and ran and ran and bounced off the rev limiter. All right, run down top 5 here. Sexton first with a 47.2. Webb second with a 47.7. Stu with a 47.7 also in third. Kenny with a 47.9 in fourth. And Justin Cooper with a 48.0 in fifth. And then 8, 9, 10. Ferrandis, Savachi, Wilson, all on Hondas. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. So, all right. Well, that has been 450 Group A number 2. Looks like we're in for a good night of racing here. Hopefully there's no weather that moves in, causes the track to get all crazy and cattywampus here. But the track looks like it's going to roll pretty darn good. Looks like we're going to have some options, which I'm pretty excited about. So can't wait to watch the race later. Always had issues with the Honda dirt bikes growing up, so I switched to Kawasaki. See, I hate Kawasaki's. I've never had good luck. I've never liked the way the Kawi's feel when I ride them. So, yeah, so I'm out on that. But you still love the Honda three-wheelers. You and a gazillion other people right now, man. A gazillion other people. So, All right, that's going to do it for us here for the Pittsburgh live qualifying show. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. If you guys are watching this on the recap there, or I'm sorry, on the replay, make sure to give us a thumbs up. Make sure to drop a comment here, and yeah, we'll be back with a reaction show after the race tonight. So thanks everybody for tuning in. We will see y'all later.